here in this pile is all my concealers and color correctors. Really what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go over all the old stuff that I just don't use. For example, this is the Above and Beyond Full Coverage Concealer from NYX, and it's in the shade Yellow, but this is really thick, pasty, dries out. Like if I can't put this under the eye because it doesn't sink in. It's just too thick. So since I never use this, I'm just going to pull that out. I also have it in the medium shade, and really this is more like my skin color, but I just don't really like it, the consistency, so for that reason I'm gonna get rid of it. And then I also have the green one. I never used it. I already have some other stuff, plus these are old, so I'm just gonna get rid of them. I do though like this from NYX. This has been a repurchase for me. It's the HD concealer, and in the shade Yellow, and I like this because it's so light. So when I just need to brighten a little bit more, I apply this and it blends out really good. I've been torn about this concealer, if I truly loved it or if I just bought it because everybody was raving about them. Back when I started my YouTube, I have not repurchased it. It's in NC20, so it is very light for me. I don't know, I might keep it as a concealer to use on clients that obviously are lighter than me, so for that only reason. I mean, I will use it. All I know is that I loved it for its staying power. These are some of these sticks that I love. It's the Smashbox Step by Step contour sticks. It was in the trio. There's the highlight and the bronze shade, and actually I have the contour shade, which is my favorite, and is actually there's not much left. But I just went, I think it's on Ulta's website. They actually sell these individually now, which I am super happy about. Oh, I think it's like $23 for one of these. And I mean, I love this. I love the formula. I love how it blends out. It's not patchy. And the fact that they got the right tone on the contour is what I love. So I might buy it just for that reason, because I have not found anything that's creamy in this shade that blends out so good, in my opinion. So I might do that. I mean, I do have these LA Girl Pro HD concealers, and although I use this one for contour, I still think that this blends out a little bit better. I think it's because of the fact that it's not as creamy as the concealer, so I might do that. I have my drugstore, my favorite all-time drugstore concealers, which I will not get rid of. If anything, I probably will repurchase these. It's the Maybelline Fit Me. This is actually a new tube. And then my Fit Maybelline Age Rewind. I have the brightener, which I don't use all that much. But if I'm having some trouble with my dark circles, I will use this. But I like the neutralizer, but I think if I repurchase this, I might go with a shade lighter than my skin tone. But I do love this concealer. It's so good. This is the MAC Prep and Prime highlighter light boost. I'm just gonna use it up, but I don't think I will be repurchasing it. And then this is the Well Rested eye brightener, and I really haven't tried this. It says it's in clear, but I've tried it, but I haven't tried it enough to form an opinion on this. This is definitely a really good concealer. I've been loving it, but I don't think I will be repurchasing it. It's actually down to like its last drops. so I'll use that up. So I have this concealer, Urban Decay Naked Skin, and that's actually a really good concealer. This one's in light neutral. I also have another shade, I think it's like light medium. So one's a little more on the neutral side and the other one's a little more warmer. I like them, but I think I definitely love and prefer the Tarte Shape Tape. This is actually very good for being full coverage and it's staying power. So yeah, I like this one because it is lightweight, so on more natural days, but I could always use my drugstore because that's why I love the drugstore ones that are light and airy, and I could use it on days that I don't really want or need full coverage. Here's a new concealer that I was trying out. It's the Milani Retouch and Erase, and it's just okay for me. I probably would not repurchase this and would still prefer my Maybelline and well, yeah, my Maybelline, because both concealers are Maybelline, so I would just probably stick to that. And I'm actually gonna get rid of this one. This one's the Tarte Amazonian Clay Waterproof Concealer, and I'm gonna get rid of this one just because it's just too thick and it creased on me, and I've just had it for a really long time, so I'm going to get rid of that. This is a newer purchase from Bare Minerals. I was wanting to try a different concealer, and this is in the shade Medium 2, and I just realized that it has SPF 20, so I like that. It's definitely more my skin tone, so it's not for brightening, so I do use this when I want more natural coverage. This is an okay concealer from e.l.f. It was in one of my first impressions and I wasn't really impressed. Doesn't really have much coverage, so I think I'm just going to get rid of it because there's no point in keeping it. Now these are samples. I have two different shades. One is medium, one is tan, and I actually prefer the medium. It's from IT Cosmetics, the Bye Bye Under Eye Illumination Full Coverage Concealer, and it is full coverage. I love this because it has a thick consistency, but it's creamier, a lot more moisturizing than say the Tarte one, which is also full coverage, but this is more drying or mattifying. I mean, it doesn't look bad, but it's not as dewy as the Bye Bye one. So plus it has a little bit of the pinky tone undertones for brightening. So I have more of the LA Girl concealers. Yeah, it's in the shade Natural. This is actually a brand new tube. Haven't opened it, but I also use these a lot for clients when I freelance, so I'm keeping that. And I got this at Gem Beauty. I'm not into color correcting, but I think it's a good little quad to keep when I do use it. I have used a little bit of the orange when I want to cover some dark spots, so I'm gonna keep this for that reason. This is also another one of those concealers that I bought a long time ago, Tarte Maracuja Creaseless Concealer. This is actually very, very, I don't know, like oil based, and it's slippery. It feels like it doesn't set and it creases, so there's not much left anyway, so I'm just gonna get rid of this. Have the Wet n Wild highlighting concealer pen, another one of those concealers from the drugstore that is pretty decent for natural days. I have sample concealers. I actually like this one from Kat Von D. This was in the shade M19 Cool. I might get, I don't know, I'm still debating on what next concealer to try, so I like the fact that I got that to try out. And then this is, I've never really tried this yet. It looks disgusting. I think is from me sampling it. I don't know, it doesn't look very nice. I'm just gonna get rid of this. I don't know how long I've had this. It's from Benefit, I think. And then the rest of the items that are here are eyelid primers or just sample primers. I have this concealer. I'm actually gonna get rid of this concealer. It's the CoverGirl True Blend Stick. I can't stand the smell of this. I used to use it for contouring, but it's just, I can't handle the smell. And it's too thick, so I'm getting rid of it. Yeah, so the rest of the stuff here, so I keep all the concealers up front. This is everything that I got rid of, and I really hope that you enjoyed these types of video. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't done so already, and I will see you next time. Bye.